Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the third webinar hosted by myself and Maggie. Thank you very much for joining us on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. The weather's nice and I am in a great mood. I hope you guys are enjoying the sun wherever you may be. Today is the third iteration of A Day in the Life, and we will be taking on the perspective of a program manager. Oh, this might be redundant to a little bit redundant to a lot of you who have been joining us monthly, but just want to reiterate our purpose here at EMHware is to help our partners provide the services that they do. So everything that we do in terms of development, functionality, benefits to your organization when it comes to the platform is all about, empowering you guys from a technology perspective. So, we always encourage you to reach out to us if you have any questions on how to better utilize the platform. That's why we do these kind of things, kind of educate as much as we can to kind of extract the best usage out of EMHware as you possibly can moving forward. So always reach out to us. We are here to help. And thank you again for joining. Today, one more thing. We have one more of these sessions actually scheduled for the summer. It is going to take on the perspective of the executive director. That's June 1st. And we're also going to be putting out some summer content moving forward, less on a webinar perspective, but more engaging. And that will be coming soon. And today we're covering the core module as per usual. We're looking at the scheduler, the reporting, and the form builder, to name a few. We're really going to be looking at, or Maggie's really going to be looking at how to gain insights from the reporting functionality of EMHware. So we have over 200 reports built in, and we want to make sure that all of our partners are utilizing it the best that they can to really understand how to improve operations in their agency, improve efficiencies, things like that. We're also going to be looking at the client portal, appointment reminders, the contract module, and goal planning. Those are the additional modules that do not come with the core system. If you do not see that on your individual instance of EMHware and you'd like to learn more, please reach out to either support or myself, and we can walk you through how to get that installed or activated on your EMHware instance. Please, during the presentation, put any sort of questions that you have into the Q&A, and we will do our best to answer it during or at the end of the webinar. If we cannot get to your question, don't worry, I'll reach out to you individually and I'll make sure to answer that after the fact. This webinar is recorded as well, so we've got, I think, about 40 people joining us today. But if anybody in your organization has missed it, it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel, and you will be getting a reminder of that in the next 48 hours. So thank you again, and without any further ado, here's Maggie.
Thanks, Peter. Hi, everyone. My name is Maggie, and I'm a program manager here at EMH Child and Family Services, and I'm going to take you through how I use EMHware on a daily basis. So I actually run a few counseling sessions a week as the supervising therapist working with some of our qualifying therapists. And I can see right from my dashboard calendar that I have an appointment scheduled today. So I'll open that up to check out the details of it. This session is part of our fee-for-service program. So the clients actually pay for these sessions. And we use EMHware's contract module to keep track of the different rates that we charge. So before this appointment starts, I'm actually going to check out this client's contract. Here I can see that this client is set up to receive individual counseling from Joanna, who is one of our qualifying therapists. So they're going to pay a discounted rate for all of those sessions. They're going to pay $50 per hour, which I can also see right from the appointment that this client is going to be charged $50 for this session. When the session's over, Joanna, our qualifying therapist, can record right through this screen if the client makes a payment. She'll also resolve this appointment. She can add in her case note, and then as the supervising therapist, when she's done that, I'm going to review the information and I'll authenticate it to sign off on it. Once that's done, I'm going to do some work on some templates that I've been working on for a new program that we're actually currently piloting at our agency. So I've been using EMHware's case data builder to create a template for our program staff to use. I'm actually almost done it. I just want to finalize a few things. I know I wanted to add a signature field to it. So through the case data builder, I can see the fields that I've already added to this template. And I'm just going to scroll to the bottom to add in that signature field. Once that's been saved and I've committed the form, we can take a look at what that would look like through the front end, filling out the template in a client file. You can see I've set it to have the client information automatically populate, and then my staff can fill out the rest of the form either during their sessions or afterwards. They can add in their observations, their follow-up plan, and now they can actually add their signature when they're done. I've also been working on a case note template for this new program using EMHware's case note builder. Again, I'm almost done this one. I just wanted to review it before committing it. And I think I'm also going to add in a worker field and have the template auto-populate the worker's name as well as their title at the end of this case note. We can also take a look at what that one would look like through the front end. I think those templates are good to go. My program staff can start using them within client files. The last thing I wanted to finalize for this new program is a standardized goal plan we want to use. And we're going to use EMHware's goal planning module to do this. So I'll go ahead and go into one of our client files who is actually already receiving services in this new program. And I'm going to open up the goal plan that I've already started in their file. You can see here I've already added 2 goals, but I want to add a third one in. This is a high priority goal, the dietary goal, and we want to work on improving the client's overall health. So I'm going to set that goal up, and then I'm going to leave it with the program staff to work with the client to come up with some actions they can help the client complete to hopefully achieve their overall goal. Now that those templates are finalized, my goal plan is set, I'm going to run some monthly reports for one of our existing programs, the counseling and therapy program that I manage. And I'm going to do that using the built-in reporting suite within EMHware. So these are monthly reports that I'm running pretty frequently. So I've already pinned them to add them to my report list for easy access. The first report I'm going to run is this worker contact metrics report. This one's going to tell me how many sessions each of my staff members had last month, as well as how many clients they saw. So I'm going to put in my date range of April 1st to April 30th. I'm going to pick my counseling and therapy program, and I'll run it for all of my workers. So not only does this report give me a breakdown by worker, it also gives me program totals, highs, lows, and averages that I can then use to compare to some of the other programs that I manage. I can see that my worker Monique did more than double the sessions last month than some of my other staff. Monique is actually one of our grief counselors, so that tells me we are doing a lot of grief sessions. Whereas Kirsten is our parenting counselor. Looks like she didn't do as many sessions last month. So we definitely have capacity to take on more of those parenting sessions. So I'm actually going to just make note to reach out to some of my partner agencies and let them know that if they have any parenting clients, they can send referrals our way. I can see Joanna and Chelsea were on the lower end, kind of average number of sessions they ran last month. So I think I'll actually put those two in charge of running a new 8-week group session that we have starting later this month. This report also gives me a breakdown of face-to-face versus video conference sessions. So right now we offer our clients the choice between face-to-face in-person counseling sessions or video conference counseling sessions using EMHware's built-in telehealth module. However, I've noticed the past few months, there's definitely been an increase in the number of face-to-face sessions. So that tells me I need to make sure that we have capacity, to make sure we have the physical space, the rooms at our office in order to accommodate more face-to-face sessions. So I'm actually just going to PDF this report so I have it for future reference, and then move on to running my next one, which is going to be this no contact for XX days report. So here at our agency, we have a policy where all of our active clients need to be contacted at least every 60 days. So I run this report all the time to make sure that no clients are falling through the cracks. Again, I'll run this for my counseling and therapy program, and I'm going to have this report show me all of the active clients in the program who we haven't had any contact with in 60 days or more. I'm going to sort this one by days elapsed. And I can see we definitely have a few clients who need to be contacted. I can also see we have a few active clients who haven't had any contact yet. So that's what this -1 here tells me. So I'm going to follow up with all of these clients' workers and make sure that they are contacting these clients as soon as possible. The next report I want to run is on our consent form. So I want to make sure that all of our clients' consent forms are being signed. We have our consent to service form built into EMHware as a case data form. So that allows me to run this case data extract report to pull that information. Once again, I'll pick my counseling and therapy program, use my April 1st to April 30th date range, and pick my consent to service form. I'll run that. And this time I'm going to sort it by the client signature field so I can see any clients who are missing their signature at the top of the report. So it looks like we do have 2 clients missing their signature. So I'm actually going to go into those individual client files. And I want to see if those clients have been set up to use our client portal. So we use EMHware's client portal module to allow our clients to log in. They can see their upcoming appointments. They can fill out any case data forms that we publish to the portal. And we also have them sign their consent forms through the portal. So it looks like, yes, this client's portal account is enabled. I'll check on the consent form through their case data tab to make sure it's been published to the portal, which it has been. So I'll be following up with this client's worker, have them remind the client that they still need to sign their consent form, and they can do that right from home using the client portal. When the client does log into the portal, this is what it looks like. They would be able to see all of their upcoming appointments on their calendar. And if they head into their form section, they can see that consent form we've published for them. They can fill it out and then add their signature. Once that's been saved, the worker would then be able to see the signature on their consent form within the client's file. And the last report that I'm going to run today is this detailed contacts by activity report. So this report is going to tell me how my staff are spending their time. It's going to tell me what activities they've been doing, what types of sessions they're running. Once again, I want to run it for the month of April. I want to see all activities that were done within my counseling and therapy program. I'll run that. I want to sort this report by activity. And I'm actually going to have EMHware create a little graph for me so I can easily see what activities are being used. So here I can see that last month we did a lot of individual counseling sessions. We also did some family counseling sessions, and we did a few couple counseling sessions. So this really tells me where we need to allocate our resources. Obviously, individual counseling is the most popular type of session that we offer. However, I can monitor different trends in this data month to month using this same report. I can also see that last month we did 5 intake assessments. So that gives me a pretty good idea of how many new clients are being referred to this program. And I can also see that last month we had a 10% no-show rate. So that is not good. Obviously, we want to reduce our no-shows and keep them to as minimal as possible. So I'm going to run this report again and have it show me just the no-shows. And now I can see that we actually have some repeat no-show clients. So we have a couple clients that no-showed to multiple appointments within the same month. So I'm going to do the same thing and go into the individual client files. And I want to see if these clients are set up to receive automatic appointment reminders. So at my agency, we subscribe to EMHware's appointment notifications, which means that EMHware can automatically send reminders to clients via either email or text before their appointments. And I want to make sure we're taking full advantage of that feature. So in this client's file, I can see they are not set up to receive those appointment reminders. So I'm definitely going to follow up with this client's worker and find out if that was just an oversight or if this client has actually chosen to not receive those reminders. And then I can do the same thing with some of our other clients who are repeatedly no-showing for their appointments. So it seems like I definitely have a lot of follow-up work to do this afternoon. So I think that's going to be it for me today. Thanks for coming along to see how I use EMHware. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the Q&A, and I will hand things back over to Peter.
Awesome. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I know that the definition of a program manager might be different at your organization. And, we try to stuff in as much as we can into these 20-minute sessions so you guys can see exactly the capabilities of EMHware. There's tons of reports that are built in. I think there's over 200 right now that you can pull automatically, and they can all give you the insights that you're looking for when you're performing your activities as a program manager. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to us. In terms of other reports or other functionality, we're always willing to offer additional training sessions or answer any questions. I do see that we do have some questions coming in now. Maggie, so Timothy has a question about the contact report. Where is the data being pulled from? What field when it comes to, what type of contact was it, or it was?
So that particular report I ran, the face-to-face versus video call, that was pulling from the method field on the contact. However, as you saw, there's also reports where you can run based on the activity or a combination of the activity and method.
Okay, perfect. So we can run individualized reports on every sort of data field that we're capturing within EMHware. Okay, perfect. Hopefully that answers your question, Tim. We also have a Chime question on the Chime reports. Are they available?
So I don't think so. I would recommend reaching out to EMHware support, and they would be able to give you a better timeline, and they can just let you know when they are available too.
Yeah, we're definitely working on Chime. A lot of people have been asking about that, so it will be available, but we'll have to give you a better answer if you give us a contact or give us a call at support. And Amy has one more question regarding the graphs on the reports. I believe you just have to actually click that little graph button above the activity or above the actual field that you're looking to sort by, right?
That's correct. And a little tip for you, we can actually add the graph feature to any of the headers on the report. So for example, on this report, if you wanted to create a graph for method and you don't see the option there, reach out to EMHware support and they can enable it for any column on a report.
Excellent. So little icon, that'll get you the graph. If you don't see it, give us a call. We'll put it on there for you if you are interested in having it. Awesome. Oh, more questions coming in. Love it. We have a question from Timothy again. OHRS reports, does multi-group reporting sessions on one contact? Let me read that again. Does multi-group sessions on one contact count as one group in the OHRS report?
So when you're in any of the ministry report sections, which I don't have turned on here, give me 1 second and I'll bring them up and I can show you a little trick. When you're in one of the ministry report sections and you open up the detailed reports, put in your parameters, and then select whatever report it is you're interested in running. Every report has a built-in help screen, so you'll see this question mark here. If you click on that, it will tell you exactly how EMHware pulls the stats for that report.
Excellent. Excellent. Timothy, if you need further clarification on that, definitely give us a call. We can set up a session, talk about that further. And Liz has a question about the case note builder or just the form builder in general. is there a help feature on that? And do you need a certain level of access as a user to do to activate that?
So normally, agency administrators would have access to the case note builder. However, you can assign that permission to whatever user roles you want to have access to it. It is fairly straightforward to use. If you would like a training session on it, though, please feel free to reach out to support and they can walk you through that.
Yeah, because I know a lot of the agencies that we onboard, they get their case notes and templates built by us when they join. But sometimes it's good to have that knowledge to do it internally as well, so you have the freedom to play with EMHware as much as you want. I think that's it. That's awesome. If you guys have any other questions, definitely reach out. Our next session is the executive director. So that session will be focused primarily on ministry reporting. We're going to look a little bit more into efficiencies and data that we can draw out of EMHware. And we're also going to be looking at security and auditing and anything that an ED might be interested in looking at from EMHware. So thank you again. This video will be available on YouTube within 48 hours. And have a fantastic afternoon. Thank you, Maggie. And we'll see you at the next one. Bye.